Moonlight Madness. Today we're doing the sign of fire. The reason I'm doing a fire sign is I got a downloaded image of someone that passed away I was very close to when I was in my 30s. I dated him for a while. We almost had a baby together, but didn't happen, and we broke up over it. It was very sad. I'd lost contact with him. I moved away to Brisbane. And back in 2019, when we had lockdown, I got news on Facebook that he'd been killed in an accident, a car accident. And I was really gutted by it. I didn't think I would feel so much because it had been years since we'd even been in contact or dated or anything. He was Leo, and he treated me very, very well. I should have tried to persevere with it. We could have worked through our issues, but I was too upset about the loss of the baby. He, I think, moved back to Sydney there for a while when I moved to Newcastle from Brisbane. And I only found out about it, as I said, a year later. And it was on my birthday I found out about it. It happened in the December 2019. I had a visitation from him on February 2020 when I was living at what I called the compound back in Tyers Hill. I was on a bus. It was the middle of the day. It would have been around 11 o'clock, maybe. And he appeared in front of me on the bus, like in a vision. And I get these visions when I inhale any type of marijuana, which was in my building. They used to all smoke. I don't smoke. It affects me too much. I hallucinate through the day. So I must have walked into a cloud of that, and I saw him coming towards me as I went to open the door to get out off the next stop. And he looked at me. His mouth was sewn up. Obviously, he's dead, right? He just died, just been buried. Well, I think he's ascended now. He came to me yesterday. It's just been a full moon yesterday. It's the anniversary of his death in December. I think it was December 19 that he passed away. He came through with, like you and I. It's like I was talking to a person on the bus. He was the bus driver, and I was gobsmacked. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't ignore it. He talked to me, so I spoke back to him. I waited for someone else to get on the bus who also spoke to him, so I knew I wasn't seeing things that weren't there. He was real, and he was talking with me, and the bus kept breaking down, and I'm like, what's going on with the bus? He goes, I don't know. The kill switch keeps breaking on me. I can't. He had to restart it 5 times. And the street where it started back up was Elizabeth Street. Now, I happen to have my grandmother's ring on, my great-great-grandmother's ring that my nana used to wear. It's ruby and diamond, and I've only recently acquired it. And the ring speaks to me through dreams. I've got downloaded messages from my great-great-grandmother telling me her name was Elisa, not Elizabeth. The Hebrew version of Elizabeth is Elisa, and it means promise, God's promise. And she was speaking to me in the dream. Now, I think Nana was wearing this ring when I used to date Matt, when the kids were little, when they were 3 and 5, I think it was, or 2 and 4. And I used to date him, and I was playing with a picture that was taken back when I was dating him of the 2 boys sitting at Arnold's swim centre when they were little with their swimming caps on. That would have been the same time I was dating Matt. So I don't know if it was the ring, the association, I picked up the energy, or if it was the picture that I was playing with that day. But he came through as pure as gold, and I was talking to him like you and I, and he looked perfectly alive, and it really knocked me for a 6. I came home and I just got on the phone to Lifeline. I was crying on the phone because it was so real. It's like he was here visiting. Like they say, angels can come to Earth and visit for a small time, a small window when there's a portal. So, okay, we had the 11:11 portal recently. That could be why he was able to come through. 11:11 is a portal. It's a gateway. It's like when it's 8:8. I think they call that the Lionsgate portal. 8:8 is a very significant number. I'm an 8 as well. And my son was born on the 11th of the 11th, which again is a portal. So what I'm saying is Christopher came through to me on the 8th month of my pregnancy with him, and he came through very clearly as an angel, as a little baby under an angel's wing. And it was September 11th when he came and showed me a vision of him under an angel's wing on this tall tower filled with rubble. It woke me. It was so full on, the vision, and I could see him with curls. He had all these curls. And so I went, oh, that's my Cupid. That's my Christopher. That's who I knew it was a boy. And I called him my Cupid when he came out. He was trying to tell me that there was a significant event, that he's come straight from one life, one portal, into another life. I believe in reincarnation, and I believe he's a reincarnated medical professional that was in the building the day that people lost their lives. I'm pretty sure he was an African-American medical practitioner training to be one, and happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so I woke up and I had to turn the television on because I saw something must be going on. And that's when they showed us the Twin Towers being struck by those planes. And before that, I had a vision of my Uncle Robert, who'd passed back when Miguel was I was 4 months having Miguel, back in was he born? He was born in 1999. It would have been 1998 when my uncle passed away. He came through like a young version of himself. And he walked through, woke me. This is what woke me up out of the dream of Christopher, was Uncle Robert. And he's saying to me in his second dream, where's your mum? And I said, she's in the other room. He says, I've got something really important to tell her. And he had a pink shirt on and he looked like he was in his 20s. He was very young. So it was like a very significant dream. I think my uncle was my mother's godparent, godfather. So I have recently seen visions of Uncle Robert, walking down the road like broad daylight, again 11 o'clock, because 11 and 1 o'clock seem to be my golden hours, and he was just walking past me, and I just looked at him and went, oh my God, that's Uncle Robert. I didn't speak to him because I know it's a vision, right? It's they can visit, they can come through when they want to come through, and they've got something important to tell you. And since I've been wearing the ring, I've been able to see him more often, through nighttime and through daytime. If I wanted to, I can tap into it. The energy's quite strong with that ring, because I do psychometry as well. So that was my visitation yesterday. So that's why I'm reading for fire today. The first card I pulled was the Six of Wands, which is to do with a Ticketek parade. You're coming through the streets, you've won, wonderful news is on its way, smart choices that bring rewards, success and public recognition. You're going to start getting recognised for the work that you do, whether it be online or at work where you currently preside. It's saying that you're doing really well, you're getting lots of attention, you're in the spotlight, and you just have to get used to it. If you're not someone who likes to be in the public eye, you may not want to show your face, for instance, on YouTube, and you may be a little bit careful and guarded with who you trust, then you're going to have to learn how to deal with the anxiety associated with being a little bit famous, or for something that you do, for your gift, your talent, your psychic ability. Then you've got the Strength card. Now, the Strength card is a Leo card. It's talking about having the strength and grace to overcome your challenges. So grace is represented by the lamb, which means you can accept that you can be kind but not weak. People will see kindness as weakness, but it's not. It's a strength. And it's saying to let yourself fully reflect who you are. Trying to embrace how wonderful you actually are. Now, the deck that I'm using today is the Fairy Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, which I've had since 2015. It's a really old deck, and the cards are actually falling apart, but it's okay. And the other deck I'm using is the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. So those are the two decks I'm using. The crystal I got from Adrian Reid, Rainbow Runner in Hamilton, is a shop that sells crystals, and he does tarot readings in there as well. And he sells tarot cards, and most of my crystals come from his shop. So I've got a tiger's eye. So if you need any help picking up a crystal, Adrian will sort you out, and his lovely wife. The Seven of Winter is the card down the bottom. This is saying you had possessed an ability or knowledge of something that nobody else did. Like you might have had the last globe that contained the last drop of water on the planet because we had a drought or something. So it's like you having this great gift, this ability, and not seeing things clearly and running away from the truth. Maybe you didn't want to face the reality that you now had these abilities that you didn't understand, and no one else in your family would understand as well. I have this unfortunate privilege of having these gifts and having no one to share them with, unless they're another psychic medium. It's difficult for me to understand and how to control or turn the dial down, because it's just with me all the time. It's like I live and breathe it. It's a natural, innate ability that's come about from a near-death experience that I had back in 2018 on my mother's floor. I had a vision of Wuhan then, and then I saw COVID, all the things with the dead bodies. I saw the Black Lives Matters. I just saw death and destruction, and that there was nothing left on the planet. And all that was left was the howling, the hounds of hell, if you would call them that. It was like I was astral traveling through, well, because I near died, right? I was seeing future events coming from future, and I could see death and destruction. No one was left on the planet. The only thing alive was these dogs that were howling. And there's these couple of, I think, white SUVs that were running around. It was the RAF trying to find proof of life or signs of life. And that's what I was seeing. You've got here the Princess of Summer. This is probably someone that was very special to you. It could even be you in your recent past, that was coming through as gentle, sensitive, kind, inexperienced, a relationship or an emotional experience, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. They may have been a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They are shown to be gold medalists when it comes to romance novels. They may love to have a stack of romance novels at the side of their bed. They may be very dreamy, very romantic, and they live in their feelings. They don't live in logic, they live in feeling, and they go off. There may even be an empath. I've been watching this YouTube video recently of a young guy, who talks about empaths and why they are empaths. And it stems back to childhood and trying to find a way to feel safe, because they don't feel safe because their parents obviously were fighting, or there was tension that they picked up on. And so they become this fully blown empath by a very young age. And if they don't like how something or someone's energy feels, they'll lock themselves away from it so that energy can't be in their energy, because they feel everything and everyone quite empathically. I'm the sort of person that if someone's got a headache, I'll feel it if I'm close to them, and I'll go, who's got a headache? Who feels sick? And usually 9 times out of 10, it's one of the boys that come to visit. Balance. Take everyone's input into consideration and merge viewpoints. You may want to go and consult a law firm to try and go for a court case. You may be fighting a compensation matter, like I'm looking into, or you may be signing a document, maybe a new lease, or maybe you're signing, a contract for work. There could be some sort of contract that you have to sign, and it's like a new way to look for work and to improve your health, and part of a whole thing with maybe if you've got disabilities or a different ability to everyone else. The Dreamer is a card that's coming up for you. It talks about new things coming into your life. Embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, and trust yourself. So people might want you to slot into how they look at life, and you may not agree with how they want you to run your life because you're an adult, right? But that's what this YouTube thing was about. He was saying how we all try to fit into what we think our parents want of us when we're very little. He said his father was a fireman and made sure he had his hair brushed a certain way, had his pants pulled up and his shirt tucked in, and he had to be like that to represent that he was a fireman's son, which I get. You represent your father or your mum when you go to school. But as you get older, you start getting your own voice, and you start not wanting to fit in. And therefore you start rebelling and actualizing who you actually really are. You may grow your hair out. You may get a tattoo. You may want to say, look, I'm an adult now. Even though I live under your roof, I will still do what I want to do because I'm now an adult and I get to push back and be who I really am. So maybe you're doing that now. You've actually taken a while to self-actualization. You've probably tried to do everything by the book or by someone else's idea of how you should fit in, or social norms. If you are like an empath or a psychic medium like myself, you don't fit into that square. And you have to realize that you're not going to fit or be everyone's cup of tea. You may have a big desire to sleep. Set a time concerns for now. You may need to rest. Meditation, more sleep. You might get illumination or downloads in your sleep about your next step to take in this journey of trying to build your own business online. You have a 9 of Autumn. This is building a business. This is rewarding yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your alone time. So you're building your business, you've got all your things around you, and it's going to be fruitful. You may go into partnership with someone who is similar to you. They also may be a psychic medium. It's talking about falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. or forgiveness and resolution of a problem. Don't give up, your relationship can be healed. So we've got here the pink quartz, which represents love. That's why I pulled that one. And then I got the stone for vitality, carnelian. Carnelians are a fire energy, and they help to stimulate, let's just say stimulate certain areas of your life, certain parts of your body. This person you meet may stimulate certain parts of your body because you feel attracted to them. They may be very, very good looking. And because they're very, very good looking, and you may be good looking, you attract lots of people's attention. You're a power couple. This person is a wand card. They are a fire sign. They are either Aries, Leo, or Sagittarian energy. Brilliant, loyal, talented, friendly. This person may love to sing, dance, act, write, create. They're a very creative person. They may believe they can run a small ship, a small army, and come home and still put on a birthday party for 30 people. They may be marketing geniuses. They may be really good at event management. You may have to do events and run events within a department store setting. So that's that card. And then you've got here a leg up. There may be a friend around you who's going to give you a leg up. It's 34. He's going to help you on your path to doing your own online or your own small business. So we have receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. You've come up to a point where going it alone is no longer an option for you. Life has a way of representing or presenting you with the perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. It says relationships are healthy. They thrive on having teamwork and independence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust you will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind though. Ask and it is given. So that's a nice card to pull. Then you've got happy, happy. This is talking about a birthday party or celebrating someone's birthday. It's a 6 and a 2. It's an 8 card, so it's a karmic lesson. Maybe you need to celebrate who you are instead of other people's happiness. Maybe you need to celebrate how far you've come, or celebrate who you are as a person rather than being tolerated. You're being celebrated for a change. Joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well. Your desires are effortlessly fulfilled now. Find joy in the present moment, whatever it's happening, and be satisfied with things as they are. You're free from the shackles of longing and able to experience the liberation that comes from actually being happy. From being happy moment to moment, for you have chosen happiness over yearning for it. Now is the time for feeling joy for the sake of joy and experiencing contentment. None of this is because of something outside yourself. This happiness is a result of being at one with Spirit's plan for your life. All is well. The tide is in for now. Enjoy playfully splashing in it. Yeah. There are moments in a relationship where you just feel good about who you're with and know that your heart is wide open to befriend, to love, and to care for another without wanting anything in return. This is the kind of happy that you just want to share. The appearance of this card is a reading tells you that joy and contentment are here now, not somewhere else off in the future. The grass is greenest right where you stand. Be grateful and delight in your relationship, and if you're seeking one, be happy now. Happiness attracts more of itself like bees to honey. So it's a time to take pride in your accomplishments. You're in partnership with Spirit, and so your soul has always known you could accomplish anything if you brought you joy. You're doing good work, exceptional service, and are well compensated for it. The world rains gratitude upon you, and you're happy with the results of your efforts and creativity. And that is all I have for you today for Fire Signs. Don't forget to like and share this page. I'm not doing personal readings just yet. I'm not equipped to do it. Looking into getting a different device so that I can do a bigger screen and not using a phone, and finding ways to send my videos to people for a personal reading, but currently I'm unable to do that. So I'm still finding out on all the bits and pieces and how to set up a Wix page and all the nuances of that. So I'm looking at getting someone to help me do that, so I'm able to make this a business and a side hustle rather than just giving away free readings, because it does take energy, does take effort. It is a real thing. I'm actually channeling messages for people out there, or trying to, and I get downloads all the time. And so I wait till I get a special download or a special message to say that, you know, whoever's passed over, I'm hoping that the family know that he's happy at where he is, and he came through to me yesterday like he was right in front of me, and I miss him, and I miss his laughter, and I miss his jokes, and I miss his humour. He used to make me laugh, and he said to me one day, "What is it about me that you like so much? Is it because I make you laugh?" And I said, "Yes, it's because you make me laugh. You take that serious side away from me and replace it with joy." And being a Leo, they're hilariously funny. They've got a good sense of humour. I've got Virgo and Capricorn and a lot of Scorpio and Aquarius in my chart. We're analytical. We're kind of, we pull things apart. We gauge people. We don't trust people easily. And we're a bit too serious for our own good. He used to bring the joy out in me. So thank you, Matt. I miss you.